Hello everyone and welcome back to Farming Simulator. This is the road to 100 million and we're going to do a happy little donut to start off with in our John Deere because today is the day that we buy ourselves a vegetable planter. It's not just a vegetable planter though, it's an everything planter. It can do all of these sorts of things of which we are going to have a lot of fun with. So down here it says we can do corn, sorghum, we can do sunflowers, I think that's soybeans, and the rest of these we can't actually do. I believe that's sugar beet, cotton, and green beans. So we have the capabilities already to harvest the first four. We don't have the capabilities to harvest the last four, but that's not what we're here for today. So we're here to buy this nice, beautiful new machine. It's got a 1580 litre capacity, 2.3 tons, 4.5 metre working width, and it is going to be ours as soon as I purchase this now. Let's buy it. Alright, we're going to spend our hard-earned cash on this bad boy. Let's see if the John Deere can take it. I'm sure it will be able to. I haven't actually tested this out though. Oh, that's not lined up properly. Let's line it up properly. Hopefully I'll be able to get pulled. Yep, it's good enough to do it. Perfect. Alright, solid fertilizer. Now this thing needs some seeds, right? And I believe these are seeds. There you go. We filled up with some corn. That's my bales. Well, I don't know what that's for. That's for the bales though. I don't know exactly what it is. But we're heading over to our new field. So last time out we had the field purchase for fields number 69 to 72, I think it was. In the top right hand corner, that's where we're going to go over right now, because that is going to be our new designated sunflower field. Now, originally I did plan on making the sorghum a higher priority, but because of the crop calendar, if I go down here, sorghum is only available in April, but sunflowers are available now. So that's what I get for not paying attention to the road. Sorry, Mr. Driver, sir. So that means that we have the capability to be able to plant this now, and I see no reason not to. So that's what we're going to head over and do. I've never used this machine before, so I don't know what it's going to be like, but I'm looking forward to getting it done. And yeah, another little tool that we have available to us. Let's unfold the seeder. Oh, it looks quite cool. Looks quite cool. If I turn it on, can I still drive it? Yep. That seeder is on right now. Perfect. Ridge marker. So this is where I need to really pay attention. Ridge marker is Z. Ridge marker is Z. Okay. So if I do both sides, what does that mean? I don't really know. How do I plant sunflowers? I wonder what the ridge marker does. I might have to go and research this and come back. But either way, I need to take this bad boy down over to our yard because I need some fertilizer in this. So we'll get it fertilized, and then we'll head back over to the sunflower field, and we'll be able to plant our first crop together. Woohoo! Okay, so I've loaded everything up, but it's hard to see what I actually need in this, so I'm not sure. So I'm just going to chuck on steering assist, and we're going to go with it. We're going to see what happens because, yeah, it's our first time for everything, and we'll see how it goes. So this is 50% fertilized, but all of these fields, remember this is 4 different fields, field 72 to 69 all combined. Some of them are 50%, some of them are 100, some of them are 0. So I don't really know how this will go, but it's worth giving it a try anyway. So, yeah, we're going to do steering assist like that. I'll stay with you for the first couple. So we're going to turn on the seeder. We want to turn on the seeder. Open cover. Do we want to open the cover? No, we can close the cover. It's fine. Ridge marker. I don't know what the ridge markers do, but why bother it? Why bother? Let's see if we can do it without it. So I need to lower the seeder like normal with V, and then let's see if this is going to work. Looks like it. It looks like we are doing some sunflower planting. Perfect. I love how I'm not straight, even though the GPS line is, so something's off there. It's gone good. This is our very first planter in action. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Is it fertilizing? It is fertilizing. I've just seen the fertilizer go down. The sunflowers are going down. So it looks like this is all perfect. I do wonder what the ridge markers are for, but I guess we'll find that out at a different time. If I hit V to pick that up, and we can then go. Ooh, it is very heavy for the John Deere. This poor little tractor is struggling, but that's okay. We'll have to make do. but hey, it looks pretty good. So the sunflowers, the reason that we chose this one is because we've already got the oil mill, so we can now start to maximize that mill and maybe produce more stuff. And it might be time as well to potentially get rid of the little one, and it served its purpose. We've got a lot of canola oil out of it. I'm pretty sure there's a pallet of canola oil ready to go right now. We could upgrade to the big one, and then once we get the big one, we could then start to produce oil at a much faster rate, and we could afford to have the two productions running simultaneously, because I'm pretty sure with the smaller one, if I have two productions running, it splits its time, so it takes longer to actually produce anything. So in that case, I might as well just not have the second production. So that's my thinking. So we might have to upgrade in the long run, but the problem is the upgraded oil mill costs $240,000, I believe, which is just an awful lot. Like, that is a lot. So my tractor's struggling to make it up here. Sorry, my mouse was just going a bit haywire there, but I don't think the John Deere is the best machine to be pulling this. We might have to switch to the Challenger, but the JD seems to be doing all right. So we're not invested in that too badly. I don't think I'm going to suffer a yield penalty or anything. So we'll just see if the John Deere can manage it at the old 9 miles an hour or 9 kilometers an hour. It's down to 8 now, but that's alright. So yeah, that's the plan. We will also look to hopefully purchase the field number, I think it's 78 and 79, and then eventually 75 and 76 also, so that we can, just further basically own this whole right hand side of the map. And once we own the right hand side of the map, we'll be able to do a lot more with it, and hopefully start making some real money, because as of yet, I'm pretty sure that we've sold none of our own actual crops. Like, I've sold a few, here and there, like those 1,000 litres of oats or whatever it was. Remember when we had the hurricane and I had to get the oats in as quick as I could? So I know at some point I've sold them, but that's really where the money needs to be made, that and all the production. So yeah, it's time to basically start buying up these fields and using the machinery that we have, because now that we have the machinery, now I'm very used to using it all, and I know, in general, I know how it works. Obviously some things I still need to find out, but yeah, it's just a matter of time until we start counting more dollars coming in every year. So that's the plan, that's the thinking. I will just finish this little row here, and then we'll do a time lapse for the rest of this, so that we can plant the sunflower field in a bit more of a quicker time period for you guys, because I'm pretty sure it'll be boring just to sit here and watch the JD do all the work. But it is a good start to spring. For the first time this year, we have spring crops available. We're going to have the sorghum, we're going to have the sunflowers, and hopefully the soybeans as well. So looking to get invested in all that sort of stuff. So I will be right back. It will be a short little time lapse, and then we'll come back and see what other spring crops we can start planting and sowing ready for harvest later on in the year. So enjoy the time lapse. I'll be back in a moment. Alrighty, so quick update for you. We're just going to do some bale wrapping over on the grass field that we have so that we can get some more silage lurking and fermenting, because we have been using our silage to do, well, as food for the animals. So, yeah, we just need to make sure that we keep having a steady supply of silage bales, fresh silage bales as well, that are going to help us on our way. So that's why we're over here. But yeah, quick update for you. The new sunflower field is ready to go. So we planted sunflowers in it. It's been fertilized. And I'm just going to tab over to the other tractor actually, because I need him to do some work on field number 10. We've got a contract for hoeing for field number 10. You guys have probably noticed that we have a lot more cash in the bank. I've been doing hoeing contracts pretty much all day. It seems like they are the popular ones for this time of year. So we're making use of our new hoe, basically. Oops, let me tab back to this, and we can go and carry on picking up. So yeah, we've got the sunflowers ready to go, and I think the next step is going to be in April, where we plant all the sorghum and hopefully get enough money to start paying off the loan. We've obviously got $155,000 worth of loan, but I also want to buy field number 77 and 78, and that's going to cost us about $140,000 altogether. So let me just do some bale wrapping here as we quickly tab over to the map. We don't want to see active workers. We just want to see the price of these bad boys. 80k and 60k, excuse me, hiccup. So 140,000 is what we need. We currently only have 70,000, and then obviously we need to be able to pay back our loan as well. Although paying back that loan isn't a necessity straight away, because we could just use our own money if I earn enough between now and then to buy the field. Then that's fine, we'd be able to do that. So I see no reason as to why we shouldn't spend our own cash and grow our field so that we can have a really big harvestable crop this year at the end of autumn and at the start of winter. So that's the plan. Now, I do also have in the back of my mind, what are we going to do with all the extra land? Obviously, the front of this area has greenhouses, so all this is ours. The first road could actually be deleted, and we could make that a little greenhouse sort of avenue, I guess. And I would be keen to do that probably. I'd be keen to at least have an area up there that we can use as well in the future. So I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do. That would obviously cost a bit of money, but as soon as that greenhouse is down, it would start making us cash, and we could carry on making a bunch of stuff that we sell every January. Obviously produce is best sold in January and February time, so in theory, the earlier we plant that down, like the closer to January, the more we're going to profit from that production throughout the year. So that's something to consider too. I'm not sure if it's something that we can afford right now. So yeah, just something to bear in mind, and we'll see how many contracts basically we can get done between now and May, because May is the month that we want to be planting the soybeans. I'm pretty sure. Let me just check the crop calendar. Soybeans is actually also in April, but I don't think we'll be able to earn enough money from contracts in April, so we might have to wait till May to do the soybeans. But we've obviously got everything we need, so having the machinery is great. Now we just need the land, and we're slowly getting to have more land. I am potentially looking at getting another field like we did to field 100. Remember, this was all forest at one point, so we could be in another great position where, actually speaking of, let's check the sawmill. Has the sawmill got wood? Yeah, it's got plenty of wood, that's fine, and it's nearly got another pallet of wooden beams ready to go, so that's another, I think, 5k that it's worth probably. And the wooden beams, they do fluctuate the price a little bit, but I don't think it's drastic. I think it stays sort of around that 5,000 to 5,500, so we should be able to sell them whenever we want, really. They're not locked and loaded based on the production demand as much as some of the other crops. Wrap rolls are empty. Oh no. Ruh-roh. So let's head over to, yes, I know it's empty. Let me empty this bale, and then we'll head over to the shop. I'll get the equipment we need, and to be honest, I will be back with you guys in April. We've done enough for March. I might do a few contracts here and there, but I'll put all these bales in the shed. Actually, having said that, I think I might leave them out, because I need access to the shed to be able to get the hay bales and the silage bales. So I might leave them out just so that we can make sure that I still have plenty of access to the back door there, and we have heaps of bales there already ready to go. So we could be in a situation where I might be able to start selling silage, to be honest, and selling hay, because especially the hay, it turns out I don't need that much hay for the amount of animals that we have. So I either need to expand the amount of animals that we own, or I need to start selling the hay, because it's just a waste to have it all sat there. And I was stockpiling, but it turns out that the silage is probably more effective. So at this stage, yeah, I'm not really fussed about having it all there. We may as well sell it. All right, I'll be back in April. Ladies and gents, we are back in April, and we're going to end this episode doing one of my favorite tasks, and that is getting a new field ready to go. So we're just going to put some steering assist on. Look at my wonky lines. Brilliant. I love it. Actually, let's just do that again, because I think we can just do 2 laps of the headland. Does that make it a bit easier? Not quite, but yeah, whatever, it'll do. Let's jump in here for the first one. Oh no. It's very wide. The way this thing goes is like very strange, but very peculiar, but that's okay. So let's turn this menu on, because I don't quite know the controls. B is for turn on. Lower is V, so just normal controls. All right, let's rock and roll. Can we get some sorghum down? Yes, we can. Brilliant. Brilliant. It looks quite good too. So now let's do a quick recap. So we've got this field next to us is the wheat field. So the wheat field is obviously for the chickens. We're going to have this sorghum field for the chickens, and we've got another wheat field up in the original area over by field 72 and 73 for the chickens too. So that should be enough food to last the year. Now, I don't really know if I've gone overboard or not, but what I do know is that in the last 2 months, I bought food for the chickens 3 times. So I've spent $3,000 3 times, which is too many times to be spending that much money. So I really would rather invest that cash into the field. At least then we know that it's going to be a return on investment for sure, and we can go from there. So that's my thinking behind it. Just have to do some maneuvering here to get this lined up. Let's go. Brilliant. But yeah, we're progressing. I can see progress for the first time. Hopefully by the end of this summer, and very soon, we're going to get enough money to buy those 2 fields. Now, I do feel bad for the owners, because they've planted, in one of them is spinach and the other one is potatoes, and I have no way to be able to harvest either of those things. So if I do end up buying those 2 fields, which it logically makes sense to do, or we could do the other field, field 75 and 76, but it seems like a waste to have to then go and destroy all the crops that those farmers have already put down on their field. But I just don't have a way to harvest them, and obviously we can't lease any materials, we can't lease any vehicles, so I don't know what to do. I'll just have a field with something that I can't do anything with. So I think it makes sense to get rid of it, which would be very sad, but I'll see what we can do. We can possibly look into buying some other fields, maybe some of the longer fields. If I just put this on cruise control, hopefully it'll keep going. That's my active worker. We could buy some of these fields here instead of field 77 and 78, which is what I was going to do. 76, we could buy field 76 as well, maybe field 75. That's roughly the same price, isn't it? What was that? That's 44k, and that's 117. So 160k, and I had budgeted 100 and... Sorry, I'm just looking over to my right-hand side on my whiteboard. I had budgeted 140k. So 20k more probably isn't the end of the world, and it would leave us with quite a tasty loan to be able to pay off for the rest of this year, a loan exceeding 250k, but to be honest, I think we could easily pay that back. So maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's worth it. The rate of... I don't really know. The rate of which we're earning money is far greater than it's ever been. So when harvest time comes around at the end of the year, we should be able to get a return on investment on nearly everything. I've got heaps of pallets over there to sell. I've got, you guys can probably see it from here just about. I've got bottled goat milk. I've got canola oil. We've got just regular goat milk, all going. The limousine cows are improving their value as well. They're up to 1,000 and something in value. So I think their maximum is 5,000. So we're 20% of the way there, which doesn't sound like a lot, but we're slowly getting there. I could also, if we need to, I could sell the goats. Why is this little spot not planted? Come on, plant. No, I don't know what that little spot is. Maybe I forgot to plow it or something. But yeah, we can see the progress and the investment. Do you know one thing that really annoys me? Patch 1.7 has just come out midway through recording this episode, so this is the first time I'm actually playing with this in April. The rest of the time it was on the previous patch. But I hate these textures. Why would the ground do this? It wouldn't. I've plowed this. You know, I've plowed this entire field and then limed it. There would be no reason for the soil to be different colors here. I know that maybe there was something growing on there in the past and this is new land and whatever, but it just wouldn't happen. So I don't get why it does. It's quite frustrating, to be honest, but yeah, whatever. It's just a visual sort of bug, I guess, or glitch. It just annoys me. Why does it look like this? It's stupid. Sorry, I'm still a little bit sniffly as well. So let's finish this field and then we can end this episode. And hopefully, between now and May. Now we do also have some produce to sell, which I'll probably do at the start of next episode. But between now and May, I need to make enough money to basically buy the 2 fields because we've already got the planter to be able to do the soybeans. This thing. So yeah, I just need to make enough money to buy the field that I want. And we're not actually too far from that. Even if I just get the one field, that larger field of 120k or whatever it was, 117, that's not too far away from where we are now. So the more contracts that I can do between April and May, the better it is. Now, in the back of my mind, I do think that we need a tractor, and we probably need a tractor ASAP because it's starting to get to that point where I'm actually waiting on my tractors to finish contracts, and then, you know, they've got another one waiting, or my own field work is sort of put to a wait until I can get my tractors back from the contracts. So it's sort of at that stage where I feel like I just need to probably invest in a new tractor. And I want to buy one of the white tractors. I'd love to get like a Massey Ferguson or something, but let's be real, I can't afford anything bigger than the white right now. But if we were to get a brand new tractor right this second, I could afford one of the white ones. It's not just the color, it is the brand white, which would be amazing. So that's probably where my head's at as well. One of the things to look forward to in the future. Let's move this guy down to field number 89. Meanwhile, we can finish our field and I can carry on getting some weeding money. What's this? Field number 15 is completed. Brilliant. That's another nearly $3,000 added into our account. And all these little contracts, they do start to add up. Like over the last month or so, just while we've been playing and recording this episode, I've made maybe 30,000, 20 or 30,000 just by doing all these little contracts. And the problem is, if I was on the Riverbend Springs map, the fields would be huge. But because we're on the Zielonka map, the fields are a bit smaller. We have to sort of grind out our own fields. Like this is probably the biggest field in the game over here. Although having said that, some of them over there, field 90, are quite large. And the ones near the grain mill are quite big too. But do you know what I mean? Like it's already considered one of the bigger ones. It would be bigger than all the ones on this side of the map already. So it's just a bit frustrating that obviously with the smaller fields comes the smaller income. And now that I've got the machinery, I wouldn't mind doing a bigger contract, but I just don't have any available. So it is what it is. But we're coming to the end of this episode, so I want to thank you guys very much for watching. If you're still watching up to this point, leave me a comment, that'd be great. And if you guys are looking forward to the next episode, then please like the video. It just helps me stay motivated. Subscribe for more, and we will be back in the next episode with hopefully our first soybean field project. And it's also going to roll into summer where we will be very, very busy using all our machines, probably doing lots of contracts, and in general, getting as much money as we can on the road to $100 million. So, thanks very much for watching. Enjoy your day, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.